During the beginning of the Chris Tyson Mr. Beast situation, which honestly seems to only get worse as time passes, a lot of content creators got called out for not speaking about this situation, even though these content creators are people who most definitely would.
As a political commentator, do you think personally that right now I'm going to be talking about YouTubers? If it was someone you hate, you'd be talking about them? There are plenty of people I hate, and I don't talk about them in times like this.
These creators being people like Hassan, Ludwig, Valkyrie, Pokimane, and realistically, only Ludwig came out with something about this situation. Ludwig has not responded to this situation well whatsoever, in my opinion at least, as within the first day he immediately started getting into beef with Cheeto, another fellow content creator, for being called out about the fact that he didn't hold the same energy with Dr. Disrespect as he did with Chris Tyson. But Ludwig was in Paris at the time apparently, so I can give him a pass on that. Personally, I understand that. It's not like the dude needs to talk about this or anything like that. He most definitely is the type to talk about it though, and I think that's why people got mixed feelings on this situation. A couple days after he fought with Cheeto on this, he actually did make a video talking about the Chris Tyson stuff, which was very rushed. Obviously, he was still in Paris. He didn't take the proper precautions to go through it, and he had some pretty basic takes. Honestly, I'm not going to shit on the guy too much for his takes on this. He is very biased, and we're going to talk about that very soon. The weirdest part about his response to the Chris Tyson stuff, though, was the fact that he immediately dropped a retirement video after this, which is kind of insane to do. One of your friends gets called out for being a straight up, and then you immediately post that you're retiring from the channel, which is such a crazy move to do. Like, I'm sorry, that just is. This isn't the first time he hasn't taken a situation dealing with one of his friends very well, as Ludwig has stated in the past that he prides himself on journalistic integrity within the Mogul Mail channel. Very unfortunately for Ludwig, he has proven time and time again that he doesn't really have that. As a matter of fact, he is very, very biased when it comes down to people he knows. Best example that I can give is the Hassan Piker situation, in which Ludwig straight up deleted an entire video to remake it because he made a joke at the expense of Hassan, and Hassan got pissy with it.
Myself for almost 6 years now on how hard it really is. I'm kidding. I would look. I just.
Oh God, it's just like. What's funny is you haven't even addressed this again since then. I know. It's just an opportunity for every single person to be like, look, guys, I'm a content creator. I'm really privileged. Like, yeah, dog, we all are. We all talk about it all the fucking time. It just annoys me because, like, it's such a fake thing to do. It's just literally using someone who you're friends with, like being maliciously clipped out of context to be like, I'm actually one of the good content creators. I know how privileged I am. It's like, yeah, I do too. That's so dumb. Oh my God.
You should call Hassan and apologize. Why is Hassan mad? What did I do? What'd I do? Because I'm a Mogul Male? I feel like everything I said was fine. Am I crazy? Farmed for views? Well, I mean, that's the deal. I'll just pull him out of the thumbnail, and then I feel like it doesn't really matter much, right?
Joke was based on Hassan's like 9 to 5 take where he says like, oh, streamers have such a harder job because we have to entertain people, which is such a stupid take. I genuinely don't know why Hassan thought he could get away with saying that. Go back to being a fucking Nepo baby, dude. But now Ludwig is being called out for something very, very similar to the Hassan situation. But in my opinion, it's a whole lot worse. As within one of the last streams Ludwig did, he watched the Dogpack404 video. You know, the video that's basically destroyed Mr. Beast's entire credibility in the matter of a couple weeks. And this stream did not go well for Ludwig whatsoever. It opens with a very strange vibe from Ludwig himself. I'll show some clips here, but first I want to say that he did attempt to interview Dogpack during the stream as well, and, well, you'll see within this timeline. During the initial part of the stream, he does bring up his own bias.
Now, moreover, I'm personally biased in a way that is impossible to divorce from me. There is no way to look at me and go to my most viewed video on this channel see it is a literal Mr. Beast video and then have me watch this video neutrally. Just like in a very legitimate way, you know? And if you're a journalist in a similar circumstance, what happens is you're removed from the story. They don't just go, hey, you are biased in this story, become a robot. Because there's no way to do that. I have my own preconceived biases based off my interactions. As a guy who's been in several Mr. Beast videos, I have my own opinions on whether his videos are real or fake based off the videos I've been in.
Which I thought was a very smart move, and it's very good to be open and honest about your own biases when it comes down to this. Ludwig obviously being biased to Mr. Beast, because Ludwig's own channel is basically being held up by a scrapped Mr. Beast video. One of Ludwig's most popular videos is literally just a video idea that Jimmy didn't like and thought it would be funny to upload to Ludwig's channel. Unfortunately, that's his biggest video, which is so crazy to me. And obviously, Ludwig has been in multiple Mr. Beast videos and has worked behind the scenes with Jimmy on multiple projects. So it makes sense for him to be biased. I have nothing against being biased towards your friends. The issue is when you're biased towards your friends when they do a horrific act. Because, I mean, I shouldn't have to explain it, but Mr. Beast is being accused of multiple crimes, covering up for Chris Tyson, exposing gambling to children, fraudulence, and even now going through some stuff with his Amazon Prime show. So it's not looking good for him right now. Basically, the entire time he's trying to explain this bias, though, he starts trying to punish his own chat for one dude's comment.
All right, blah, 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 get to the video. I'm contextualizing. Just watch the video yourself. What are we doing here? What are you doing here? What? Now, hey, now we're watching a daily dose. Don't piss me off like I give a shit. We're watching a daily dose of internet. I'm not talking anymore.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
Try me. Hey, this is not a mutual relationship. You watch, I do. Don't act like you have any control in this bitch. You sit your ass down and watch like a movie theater. If you don't like the first part of the movie, you fucking deal with that shit or you walk out of the theater. I don't give a fuck.
I know I showed a similar video like this before.
After this, he then proceeds to threaten to end the stream if the chat doesn't behave, which is so...
Chat, you guys are going to piss me off. I can't do this if you guys are this miserable within 30 minutes. If I can't even go through 10 minutes of context without you guys throwing a little hissy fit, I'm not doing it. I don't need this. Shit, man, like, I know there's some pressure to cover this. Ultimately, I haven't done shit wrong. You gotta choose. You can't be L chat. If you're gonna be an L chat, we're done. Are we gonna be good? Are we gonna be chill? Are y'all cool to be able to watch this and talk about it? Yes or no?
So wild to me that he got that heated over one dude's comment. This happens multiple times throughout the entire 4 hours of the stream, and you can very much tell that the vibes are just off with Ludwig. He's not taking this situation very well at all. After like an hour of explaining his bias and punishing his chat, he finally does get to the dog pack video. But like within 10 minutes of the dog pack video starting, he sees that dog pack is in the chat and he tries to interview dog pack. And this is where stuff gets a little shaky, in my opinion at least. Dog pack starts explaining to Ludwig while he's in the stream chat that everything in the video is alleged right now for legal reasons. He also does try to explain that everything within the video is public information, so asking any questions outside of the video gets a little iffy because that goes into his NDA.
Wait, the guy's in chat right now. Everything is allegedly. Wait, what do you mean everything's allegedly? Some things aren't allegedly, right? In the video for legal reasons. Okay. Yeah, but that doesn't help us. Let me know if you have questions. Well, no, because you're... Look, I get why you have to say everything's allegedly, but like some things I think you have evidence for and some things you don't have evidence for. But I'm curious, like...
After he's done explaining certain things within the chat, Ludwig invites him onto the stream to talk one-on-one, make conversation easier, right? It starts getting really weird because Ludwig immediately starts asking this dude about shrooms. basically. Ludwig tries to build rapport with him, starts trying to be friendly with him, and Dogpack seems to be on edge, and I wonder fucking why. He has like the biggest YouTuber on the planet coming after him right now. I would be horrified. I would be fucking horrified. I'd be in a bunker. And obviously, Dogpack, knowing that Ludwig is friends with Mr. Beast to a very, very like big extent, by the way. Ludwig does work behind the scenes with Mr. Beast on a lot. So I understand where he's coming with the paranoia. Dogpack's not about to be friendly with Ludwig, and it's very clear that he's here to answer questions. Questions being asked, however, by Ludwig were not good ones.
Were you on shrooms?
No, not really.
Okay, no. You don't get away with that one. What does that mean? Most people are either on them or not on them. I've never been not really on shrooms.
No, truthfully, I wasn't on shrooms, but I was like pretending to be like a paranoid schizophrenic, like in that scene where I'm hiding under the bed. And then they kind of just took that and ran with it and said that I was erratic and on shrooms.
So you haven't done shrooms? That's correct. Why'd you go quiet?
Sorry, I was getting water. What'd you say?
Okay, no, that was weird. You're fucking with me right now.
You haven't even watched the video, dude. Go watch the video. Call me
You were
after,
in my chat.
Ludwig, for a lot of this, asks Dogpack about the shrooms, because there was a rumor spread by one of the Mr. Beast employees, one of the top Mr. Beast employees. I forget his name, but he's like the CEO of ViewStats, which is a company co-owned by Jimmy himself. This dude said that there was a Reddit post where Dogpack said that he was on shrooms and high on weed while making the video that he did. This becomes very evident that it's either A, clearly a joke, or B, a way for legal speak to not come too heavy against him, because he's been on and off record stating that he is A, either on shrooms, or B, was never on shrooms, and he continues to do this to this day. It seems like the only line of questioning Ludwig is actually interested in is the shrooms. There's really only two things that Ludwig asks him during this little mini interview, which is, did you ever take shrooms? Have you ever taken shrooms? And what's the proof that they were on a yacht during the raft video?
Well, like the idea that they went on a yacht's not public info.
Well, if they're not on the raft and they're in the middle of the ocean, where else would they be?
Taking a swim.
In the middle of the night or at 4 a.m.?
Just a night dip real quick. Couple buoys.
Could be.
Okay, so you're assuming based off the screenshot, because they weren't in it, that they must have been off the boat, presumably in a yacht that I guess the crew who was helping produce this video was on, that was parked off camera nearby, and this is like a theory about it.
You're definitely controlled opposition.
Reminder, at this point, Ludwig has only watched about 10 minutes of the Dogpack video, and it's very evident that Ludwig knows literally nothing about what's going on with Mr. Beast or any of the things that he's being exposed for. Either that or he's lying to his audience, but honestly, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he doesn't know what's going on. Ludwig is a very, very busy person. He owns multiple companies. I don't doubt that he's not on Twitter 24/7. He's asking very obvious questions that he would know if he just watched the Dogpack video, and it's made very evident by Dogpack himself that he's starting to get irritated because almost all of the questions that he's asking would be immediately answered if you just watched 20 more seconds of the video. At this point, Dogpack just says, look man, call me back, which then Dogpack leaves and Ludwig watches the remainder of the video. I didn't watch his reaction to the video, but from what I saw through his chat, he was being extremely weird, extremely biased, and really only focused on giving Jimmy an out to almost every situation that he was in, and was mainly only focused on giving Jimmy an out for every single thing alleged against him. I don't doubt that, honestly, with the way that he was acting within the stream, it makes sense. The moment after he finishes the video, by the way, he tries to immediately move on, but chat tries to keep him held accountable, basically, and tries to get him to call Dogpack back, which we end up with Ludwig doing this.
All right. I want to watch this video too. The Charlie video. Called Dogpack. Nah, I'm not doing that again. Bro, last time he literally was like, it was weird. it was very weird as a conversation. But I get it, because like I guess some stuff is like NDA'd or like can't, you know, whatever. But like the convo was weird. I did not enjoy it. I did not think after that call, like, man, you know, it'd be sick talking again. That was not what came to my mind. I'm just coming clean.
Which is a very bad look for someone who's trying to say that they have journalistic integrity. Dogpack literally told you to watch the entire video so that way he can actually answer some of your questions, because he doesn't want to break NDA. And I'll give Ludwig this. Dogpack was being kind of a dickhead, but that's also because Ludwig was kind of being a dickhead. I can't expect Ludwig to know what was on the NDA for Dogpack, but I also can expect him to at least gather some context clues about a lot of the questions he was trying to ask. Because Ludwig was throwing him basically nothing burgers of questions that either A, didn't matter, or B, would have been immediately answered if he just watched the video. And then to turn around and finish the video, only to not call Dogpack back even though you just went through a weird interview with him, is kind of disingenuous. Because now you have all the pieces put together, yet you're not gonna go through with it? I don't know why Ludwig decided to even attempt the interview, if I'm gonna be honest with you. All it ended up doing was making Ludwig look really bad, in my opinion. It didn't make Dogpack look any better, but I can understand why that dude's irritated with the shrooms question. I can also understand why he's a little paranoid. Mr. Beast sent him 2 cease and desists, so he's trying to be very, very careful with his wording on certain topics. Multiple times during this stream, Ludwig literally says, I do not need to report on this. I have no reason to report on this. I'm doing it simply because you guys asked, and I will stop if you guys are going to act up. Trying to say that, like, look guys, I already have the bag. I already got my money. I don't need any of this. But if that's the case, why the hell are you doing it, dude? Why are you trying to bring money into this? Why are you acting like this isn't one of the most important dramas on the internet at the moment? Like, no shit, people are gonna call on you, mogul male Ludwig, to respond to your best friend getting called out. He also tries to draw a comparison to what's happening with him to what happened with Charlie versus Sneeko, which is incomparable. It's literally not the same whatsoever. Charlie's not best friends with Mr. Beast. You met the guy once. You worked behind the scenes with him, buddy. Your most popular video is a Mr. Beast video, dude. Of course people want you to talk about it. It's not so much that you're a drama channel. Obviously that's going to play a factor into it. It's the fact that you are like intertwined with Mr. Beast. You're in a shit ton of his videos. Your biggest video on your channel is a throwaway Mr. Beast video. You've worked on multiple projects behind the scenes with him. You've flown out multiple times with him. Like, of course, people want you to speak on the situation. They want to know what you're thinking. They want to know how you're feeling about this because he's your close friend. And Ludwig is right. He doesn't need to talk about this situation. So then why did you? Why open yourself up to that if you don't feel like talking about it? Just say, hey, look, guys, I don't really feel like talking about this because I have personal bias against it. And then do like back away from the situation and try and leave it yourself. Just say, hey, look, I don't know what's going on. Jimmy's a personal friend of mine. I have bias. I don't want to speak on this, so that way I don't muddy the waters. Easy dub. I don't understand why people don't just do that. But the way Ludwig went about it was really bad. The way he's handling this situation, he probably just should have stayed out of it. Anyways, I've rambled on way too long. Personally, in my opinion, I think that Ludwig, he shouldn't have ever talked about it. It's honestly as simple as that. Just stay out of the drama, man. If you're gonna be hyper biased and try and give Mr. Beast all the benefit of the doubt here, even after looking at all the evidence being brought against him and talking to the dude who made the video, just stay out of the drama. Just leave it. Just know you cannot say that you have journalistic integrity anymore. Anyways, if you guys like this video, please go ahead and leave a like, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and comment down below, let me know what you think. Shout out to all my members for being the silliest geese on the planet. Currently, I'm working on a second and third channel that I'm going to be posting some of my older videos to, like some of the CIA stuff, some of the not so drama-esque stuff. That's getting taken off of this channel and moved on to another channel, simply because it no longer has a place on this one, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Little mini update for you guys. I'm gonna be making some bigger drama videos here soon. There's gonna be some bigger projects in the works, so just stay in the loop, I guess. Also, I've been active on Twitter, so if you wanna go follow me, go follow me. Hey, if you haven't checked out my last video, go ahead and do so. I thought it was pretty good, so